It's Monday, and like we do on every Monday, we're going to look at the next-gen stat charts and look at the trending wide receivers. Some of these guys you're plucking off the waiver wire. Some of these guys you might make trades for. Some of these guys are just watching the targets. But we're going to go over the advanced analytics right now. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now, because tomorrow we're going deep on the waiver wire. 20-plus wide receivers, 20-plus running backs, like we do on every Tuesday. Wednesday, we're going even deeper on the waiver wire for your deep leaguers. And on top of that, we're doing deep dives on all the trending players with the You Need series. Those guys trending up the waiver wire. Those guys dropping or rising depth charts. And everything in between. Click that button. Stop missing out. Ric Flair's watching. You do not want to disappoint Ric Flair. We are going to start off with Cedrick, Tillman, Deep Ball City, Jameis Winston pushing the rock downfield in a matchup that ended 29-24, and we scored a 30-pack of fantasy points. 7 catches, 99 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Deep threat downfield. We're getting volume. Needs to be rostered in all leagues. All 10-man, 12-man leagues just needs to be rostered. You got a guy here to play the lineups with. He's going to be getting volume. He's going to be out there on the field. You're going to get a lot of opportunity out of this guy. This is a guy that needs to be rostered in all leagues because he has the potential on any given Sunday to house it for you, get volume, and all the Browns wide receivers right now between him, Elijah Moore, and Jerry Jeudy are getting volume now in the offense, and the targets are better, deeper downfield. David Njoku too. The Browns passing offense these last 2 weeks, now that Deshaun Watson is out, is looking better for fantasy football, and things are getting funner to watch. Kayshon Boutte for your deep leagues out there. This is a wide receiver to pay attention to. His snaps and routes are increasing. He's getting more opportunities. Got 6 targets in this matchup. Only equated to like 7 fantasy points. However, the volume is there. Drake May will be back, I believe, and Kayshon Boutte is just going to keep getting more workload. He's starting to hit big-time wide receiver at LSU. Was considered one of the best wide receivers in college football before the ankle injury. And then we go to the Patriots, and we have to work our way back up. It was a hard road, but we're working our way back up to this point. We have some signals that this prior big-time prospect might be coming back to being a big-time prospect. McConkey popped one on you and got you a big fantasy performance. On top of that, you got another touchdown, and we're getting targets in a lot of games here. 8, 7, 6, 7, 6 on like the last 5 games. The volume's there for McConkey, and he's a guy that over the stretch might be getting more fantasy production, especially with the volume being this way, maybe even increasing, maybe getting more downfield. Earlier in the season, he was getting a low average depth of target. As you can see from the route chart here, we're getting a little bit deeper downfield. 2 targets of 20-plus yards, one of like 2 of like 15-plus yards, and the other ones are 10 or less. That being said, the targets are looking good. We're popping off here. We're getting a lot of volume. Puka Nacua's back. And the thing is, we like the production from this game. However, there's more to be had because we ran on limited snaps and routes. That means that's going to increase. He's just back. He's just back. You don't have to worry. We all know this. But you probably didn't realize that we were not in on all the snaps and routes. We're going to be in on more. Jaxon Smith-Njigba looks like he's going to be the volume hog when DK Metcalf's out. He should be his first-round pick. Looked good at Ohio State. He did have that one game against Utah against a bunch of backups where he blew up against. But still, 6 catches, 69 yards. We were getting a lot of volume here. A lot of volume short, some deeper to intermediate here. But still, we're getting the targets. We need to break free on some of these, get some touchdowns, but still, we're able to get some volume here in the passing game, which is always good for your wide receivers. Marvin, Harrison Jr., look at that chart. We're running routes, we're getting targets, we're running a lot of drags. We're running a lot of end breakers over there. That's what you're seeing on the trend. That is where he wins at Ohio State, if you remember that. He's a very nuanced route runner. It's been up and down all season long with him. Some of you guys are not happy, but again, he's a rookie wide receiver. He's a rookie. He was touted as the next Justin Jefferson. The thing is, never tout anybody as the next Justin Jefferson unless it's probably Malik Neighbors. But Marvin Harrison Jr. has stud talent. He's shown studliness on the field in flashes. He has been productive and can give you wide receiver 1 weeks. He's shown that already. It's been up and down. But still, Marvin Harrison Jr. is a rookie. And he's shown that he can really compete at a high level in this league. I think he's going to be fine for the long term. Zay Flowers, just look at this chart. Isn't it beautiful? Coming into this game banged up too. And just all over the place. Now compare this to the charts of last year. Everything was 10 yards or less last year. Well, he was a rookie. But go back to what he was doing at Boston College. It looked like this. This is why I was not afraid to put chips on him this year. And there was upside here, especially in Dynasty and the startup drafts, because he was going at a reduced cost, because I knew that A-Dot could break free. The A-Dot broke free in this matchup. This matchup was great for a guy like Zay Flowers. The ball was flying in the air. Points are being scored. This was a great matchup for fantasy points. Maybe not great for the Ravens fans, but great for fantasy points from Zay Flowers here. And he's a good wide receiver. He's a great route runner. He's very sudden. And now when he's getting that A-Dot, that's something to look forward to. Josh Downs, with Anthony Richardson back there, he's a hard guy to start. He popped one on you. He popped one on you, though, for a score. He got you a touchdown. Most of his yards were on that play. If it weren't for that play, you don't want to be that guy stripping it out because you know he earned it. But if it weren't for that play, say he couldn't pop it, it would be pretty dicey. It would be pretty dicey. This offense has been pretty dicey. Anthony Richardson not completing many passes out there. I understand a lot of people are pointing out the drops to wide receivers, but there's also a lot of misplaced balls as well. But just looking at Josh Downs, it'll probably be volatile like this for the rest of the season unless Flacco gets back there. It's probably going to be volatile. And the volatility is going to be here or here. And you may not like that. Josh Downs, it's not his fault. Don't blame him. But Josh Downs is a good wide receiver. I like him a lot. Jakobi Meyers is getting volume. He's back. And the thing is, when the matchups are a little bit softer in coverage, he's probably going to hit on you. If he's on waivers right now, you may want to pick him up because he is going to get a lot of volume in the offense. Could break free in some games. And we've seen this before last year. He's going to get a good target share. He's going to get a good distance on the air yards. This is a wide receiver that if he's somehow sitting on waivers, you may want to look at. The volume is going to be there. Prior to this, 9 targets, those 3 games, 7 targets in week 8 against the Chiefs. That is good looking at a wide receiver. You want that from your wide receivers. Tyreek Hill's back. He's back. We got Tua back. We knew this, but we want to look at the chart. Look how they're implementing him. They're trying to get him in space so he can get you the yards after the catch. He's going to be getting it hard for the rest of the season. His snaps went up. His opportunities went up. Things are looking good for Tyreek Hill for the rest of the season. But those are the wide receivers from Week 8. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.